And hello, Mortal Kombat fans, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. It's time to test your might as we talk about and do my movie review for the brand new live action video game adaptation of Mortal Kombat 2. That's right, Mortal Kombat 2 is here. You have Carl Urban playing Johnny Cage, and we're going to talk about this movie in stride. No spoilers ahead. And before I begin, gotta say, where's our trailer, Marvel? You know what I'm talking about. And also, congratulations to everybody involved in this film. Takes a whole production crew to make a movie, and it's not very easy to do it. So, congratulations to everybody involved in this film. So, let's talk about Mortal Kombat. So, Mortal Kombat, if you did not know, is probably one of the coolest video games ever created. Me, personally, I suck at the game. Okay? I love playing it. Don't get me wrong. I'm very bad. Okay? I am so bad that there are times I had to put cheat codes on my arm just so when I go to my friend's house to play, I'd be like, how do I do this? I've seen people just do this blindfolded, doing the controllers like this and just hitting combos and fatalities. It's crazy. You know, in the arcade, it was just a couple of buttons and the stick thing, and that's it. Now in PlayStation and Xbox, you got buttons that make no sense to do fatalities. It's crazy. Or getting the guy to go whoopsie anytime. It's so bizarre. But anyway, the games are fun. I love every single one, especially when you have, you know, characters that don't really belong in a Mortal Kombat game, like a Predator, Homelander, Peacemaker, you know, the Terminator. You know, when you get Freddy Krueger in the old games, it's like kind of fun to play. I love those games. But Street Fighter, different game. I always win those games. But anyway, I love both series, by the way. So let's talk about Mortal Kombat. Because Mortal Kombat, like I said, this movie just fires on all cylinders. First of all, I really enjoyed this film. Okay? You know, the last movie was fine. I thought the last movie was cool. There was some stuff I kind of wish they would have just given to us instead of just like making this whole story about this new guy named Cole. He's got a family, and then he finds out he's related to Scorpion, a distant relative of Scorpion. And Scorpion, you know, he was in the movie for like 5 seconds, and then doing his thing against getting revenge on Sub-Zero, and it was just cool. You know, we got to see kind of like the video gameplay where Sub-Zero will stab somebody and take the ice and then do it again. Kind of like how he does in a game, or sliding, kicking with the ice. It worked. It worked. But, you know, story-wise, it wasn't much there. Now, fast forward to this one, we're finally at the point of, okay, we got the tournament. Are we going to get the tournament? And I can tell you for, you know, as a fan and as a person who watched the movie, yes, the tournament does happen. A little different than the tournaments that we see maybe in the game, but it is on in this movie. And first of all, the movie starts, I'm not going to spoil, but the movie just starts with, you know, Princess Katana and her father talking. Then her father has to fight Shao Kahn to get, you know, whoever wins gets to rule his kingdom. Shao Kahn wins. I'm not going to say how he does, but he does. And he takes over. Now, decades later, Shao Kahn's ready to take Earth. He wants Earth, and Raiden's like, you ain't taking Earth without fighting my team first. So the tournament's on. But there's a problem. They need to get one more Earth person to be a part of their team. And they get the one person who's washed up, who's pretty much doing sea-level, you know, 7-Eleven movies. Johnny Cage. He's old. He's washed up. He doesn't even believe in himself anymore. He goes to these conventions and nobody wants to talk to him anymore. He's just that pathetic. And he's played by Carl Urban. By the way, Carl Urban is amazing. I love the actor so much. First time I ever saw him and I like really understood who he was as an actor was in Dredd. I'm more of a Stallone fan, but his Dredd, top notch. It was amazing. And of course, he's fantastic in The Boys, and he's also great in all the things he does as well. So every time he's on screen, I just love watching this man work. Anyway, you know, when they announced that he was going to be in this, I was just like, okay, you're going to go a little older. Okay, maybe it'll work. Carl Urban's great. Guys, Carl Urban was like the whole movie of this whole thing. He was so good at playing the guy that, you know, you really don't think he can fight. The guy you think is just an actor. who's playing an actor in a movie. You know, he was just kind of like the butt of the jokes, and he crushed it. He felt like Johnny Cage so much that, because you know, if you remember in the original games, you know, the ones with the quarters and the arcades, Johnny Cage was a very different character. It's more, you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme version. But now they made him more of a movie star, Hollywood guy that kind of breaks the fourth wall in that game. And that's exactly what Carl Urban was. I mean, he didn't break the fourth wall, but, you know, he was just that Hollywood guy that he's full of himself. But yet, and in this version of him, he wasn't really full of himself. He was kind of like, you know, he was more questionable than full of himself. It was kind of funny how they kind of reversed it. And it just worked, and he was phenomenal in here. I praise it. He was great. Also, another standout in this movie to me, Katana. The actress who plays Katana, she was fantastic. Like, they captured Katana so good in this movie. It felt like I was like, finally. I mean, I like the original movie versions of her too. She was fine, but this one felt like I was watching Katana from the video game into the movie. Worked all the way around. Sonya was a lot cooler than she was in the last one. Jax was great. And then, you know, Guardian from Supergirl, he was fantastic again. Liu Kang was more of a badass. Him and Kao Lang have a fight in this movie. You see in the trailer. Oh my God, it was a great fight. It was a fantastic fight. You know, you're on the edge of your seat who's going to win, you know. And Shao Kahn. Talk about a beast. Like, you want to talk about, like beasts in movie, like big muscle monster guys fighting, and you could oh yeah, this guy's gonna rip this guy in half. Yeah, that's who Shao Kahn was. He was crazy good. I don't know the actor who plays him, and I apologize, but the guy did a great job. And by the way, no spoilers here, but he does not take off the helmet at all. But man, you could just feel the emotion this guy has just from the way he walks and moves and fights. Awesome. So the actress who plays Jade, she was in here too. The actress who plays Jade was fantastic as well. I think everybody did a really, really good job. My only one character that I wish did things in here, he did things. It was just I kind of wish there were other things he would have done. And that's Raiden. I feel like every time they bring in Raiden into a Mortal Kombat movie, he rarely does anything. He barely did anything in the last one. He barely does anything in this one. This is why I like him Annihilation. At least he got the fight in Annihilation. You know? As cheesy as it was back then, at least the actor who plays Raiden in the original fought in this one. You know, fought in that one. Not like on these movies. But still, you know, everybody did their parts. But it's like, I just wanted Raiden. Raiden's my favorite character. I just wanted Raiden to do some cool fight scenes and do his thing. You know? So, yeah. I just wish we would have got more from Raiden. That's like my negative about this. My other negative about this was the fact that I felt like okay. So this is not a spoiler. This is more of a kind of like it kind of up the character, but also kind of a little too late, because I know a lot of people, and I read some comments about this one particular character from the last one. It was Cole. Everybody remembers him. He was the new guy. He was a made-up character who was supposed to be the new star of the movie. The actor's really, really great. And they made him to play this nobody character so he could be the new big star. Because I don't think they were planning on bringing... I honestly think they weren't planning on bringing Johnny Cage into these movies. Unless Johnny Cage was going to be like a background character and just be there, being a supporting character, but not really have any much to do, and have Cole be like the main guy. But he had such a negative reaction to audiences that they were like, nah, forget this guy. Let's bring in Johnny Cage, because everybody wants Johnny Cage, and they made Carl Urban the star of the movie. So, yeah. My real negative about this movie was the fact that they made Cole. They fixed like his power settings. They made him look like he was strong and he was gonna be worth something. And only for them just be like, okay, you're done. Move along. Just, you guys don't want him. We get it. Yeah, we just want to show you guys his new tricks that he can do, and then we'll just move on with the rest of the movie. It's like, you couldn't have done that in the first movie. Now I get, you know, when you make new characters for certain properties, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, when you make up a character, you know, you try to get the audience to be like, okay, doesn't make sense he's part of this, but he's cool, or she, or whoever. But with Cole, when he showed up in the first one, I didn't buy him as a character. I just didn't like his character. He felt like he didn't feel like he belonged there. You know, he did not feel. The actor couldn't play any other character, and he would have fit there perfectly. But they made him a character that made no sense to be a part of anybody's clan, especially Scorpion's clan. And it just didn't work. And then in this one, they made him cool for like 5 minutes. And it's like, well, that's a little too late. It's kind of like when you with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, and they get a new outfit, and they're like, do I look cool, pretty, whatever? And you're like, nah. Then they go change to another outfit, then it's like, eh. And then go back to the original outfit, and it's just like a little too late to even switch up your mind. It's like, come on. They could have really made Cole something special, and they didn't. And when they try to fix it, it was a little too late, because they decided, like, okay, we apologize for what happened with this character. We want to fix him, but here's Johnny Cage anyway. They made Johnny Cage such a badass in this movie, you know, for what his character was. We all forgot about Cole. It's like, yeah, a little too late. It's like putting on rims of a car, only to find out that the rims you already had on it were way 10 times better because it works for the tire. And then when you try to take out the new ones to put back the old ones, it's a little too late. The car doesn't work anymore. It just makes no sense. So I just like, really, a little too late for Cole. Cole's a waste of time. Just put him in the background, let him do his thing in the background, and just move on. But the rest of the movie, I enjoyed. I had a great time watching this film. And by the way, they get right to it. They don't even like spend 2 minutes just like yappity, 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 gotta go into the tournament. No, they just go, hey, how's it going? We need you for the tournament. Tournament starts. That's how you do it. I mean, you could have like explained it a little bit more better of why the tournament started now. Why is it taking this long for Shao Kahn to go after her? If you couldn't explain something like that. But, okay, at least they went right into the tournament. And you know what? I'm not going to be complaining about that, because at least when the tournament starts, the movie fires on all cylinders. The action scenes are great. You know, Sonya was awesome. Jade was cool. Jax was amazing. Like I said before, Katana and Johnny Cage stole the movie from me. Blanca, I think it is. Blanca, right? No. Baraka. Sorry, I get him mixed up sometimes with Street Fighter. Anyway, Baraka was cool in this movie. You know, there was some moments he was a little cheesy, you know, towards the end, but still, great job overall. The makeup effects looks great. The fight choreography was great. I enjoyed every single moment of that. And there were some couple goofy stuff in here too that, you know, kind of like, would that person be doing that if the other person was doing his power-ups move? Really? But, you know, whatever. But still, I had a lot of fun with this movie. It works. It was fun. I'm hoping we'll get a third one. And I don't even know where they go from here, honestly. But all I know is I want to see it. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about Mortal Kombat 2. Are you guys fans of the game? Who's your favorite character? Did you watch the first one or the last, or the 2021 one? Did you like that movie? Did you have your problems with it? Were you one of the people who didn't like Cole as a character? Whatever it is, leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.